How do you make a truly magnificent home even more magnificent? You add art on a grand scale. From May 17th through October 7th, 2018, the gardens of the stately Biltmore House in Asheville, North Carolina, were transformed by world-renowned American glass artist Dale Chihuly. His 16 art installations, comprised of hundreds of individual pieces of hand-blown glass, add color, drama, and a touch of whimsy to the estate's 75 acres of formal gardens. The ideal time to view these Chihuly creations is in the evening. A special nighttime admission has been made available for the duration of the exhibit. It allows visitors to see everything in the daylight just before sunset, then again later as it becomes fully illuminated in the dark of the night. The admission includes a tour of the mansion's ground floor, featuring another Chihuly installation in the glass-domed winter garden. Biltmore House was built by George Washington Vanderbilt II. He was the youngest of 8 children born to William Henry Vanderbilt and Maria Louisa Cassim. His grandfather was Commodore Cornelius Vanderbilt. Young Vanderbilt purchased massive amounts of land in western North Carolina and built what is still the largest privately owned home in America. It has 250 rooms, including 35 bedrooms. Construction began in 1889. 6 years later, on Christmas Eve, 1895, it opened. Vanderbilt and his wife were avid collectors and world travelers. They wanted a home built in the style of the famous French chateaus in the Loire Valley. Biltmore Estate covers 6,950 acres. That's almost 11 square miles. But this is only a fraction of the land Vanderbilt once owned. He could literally sit on his veranda, and just about everything he could see belonged to him. His vision was to cover the cost of operating the estate by using the vast forest land he owned in the Blue Ridge Mountains. He created America's first school of forestry to train foresters who would ensure that his asset continued to be renewable. Vanderbilt died in 1914. He and his wife Edith had one daughter, Cornelia. After his death, Vanderbilt's widow, in keeping with his wishes, sold 87,000 acres to the U.S. Forest Service for $5 an acre. It became the nucleus for what would become the Pisgah National Forest. It would be interesting to know what Vanderbilt would have thought about the modern art of Dale Chihuly. It seems certain he would have appreciated the additional revenue the exhibit is bringing in. Because the estate is still privately owned, it must generate enough income to support itself and the large staff needed to maintain it. Biltmore Estate depends on revenue from visitors as well as its restaurants, dairy, winery, and the hotel on its property. Visiting a place like Biltmore House, especially with the bonus of being able to see a world-class art installation created by the greatest living glass artist in the world, proves once again that travel is one of the few things we can buy that will make us richer.